Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. Sting 'em. That's what we'll start off with tonight. Sting 'em, baby. As we get winding down, and I know I keep saying this, but I have scheduled a bunch of interviews between the day that we are recording this and the start of fall camps on Monday. And I have been looking forward to this interview all week long. I never really got an opportunity to talk to one of the young men here until the spring game, and when I did, I said I got to get him in studio because I want to hear more from him. And I got what many people think is his brother here as well. So let me introduce to you from the Satellite Scorpions, quarterback Mark Hinkell, and athlete, and I call him athlete because he plays a lot of positions, running back, wide receiver. You play defense too, don't you?
Yes, sir. Sophomore year, yeah.
Yeah, Miles Henkel. The Hinkell and Henkel connection, the H&H connection, we're going to call them. Gentlemen, welcome to the Brevard Sports Network in the beautiful downtown Melbourne studios. Guys, thanks for coming. I want to go back to the spring game because I don't think a lot of people thought after the years that you've had over the last couple of years with a coaching change, number one coaching change, that a lot was expected. I thought a lot of people, myself included, said, well, let's wait and see. But you guys didn't miss anything. You guys were out there, and you really, really had a really good spring game. I want to ask you, when that class graduated last year, and they had set all of those records, and I know you just transferred back home,
yes, sir.
okay?
Yes, sir.
But, so, Miles, this question is for you. What was the feeling coming into this year? What were you telling each other? Because you couldn't go from a 10-win season to a 4 or 5-win season because everybody said, oh, what's back to the same? But I didn't get the impression that that's going to be the case with this team this year. Talk about that a little bit. Pull that microphone a little closer to you.
Yeah, no, going in, right when they graduate, we're all like, who's going to step up, who's going to be those seniors, and we've all been together for 4+ years, and I just knew we're gonna be tight. We're gonna connect very well, and
Nothing's changing.
Yeah, nothing's changing.
Nothing's changing.
Yeah,
no,
not at all.
You transferred back from O'Galley,
yes,
and you still are smiling about it. What went into the decision to come back, to want to be with Satellite? And it looks like to me you couldn't be more thrilled with your decision.
I think this is home for me. I lived here. I still do live here, and what went on at O'Galley went on, and I learned a lot from it. I had a lot of experience behind those guys like Dink, Jordan Blackman.
Sure.
There's nothing but love for all of them, and I appreciate what the coaches did for me. But this is home for me. And when Coach Knox took the job, I have a great relationship with him. I wanted to come back, play with all my brothers. So
yeah, I think that's a great response. And a lot of people get that. Look, it's a liberal transfer policy, and I'll take you back to Jay Sean Corbin when he transferred his senior year to Rockledge, and I'll never forget asking him why he did that. And he said, I just want to go play with the guys I grew up playing with. I just want to go play with my brothers. And he did. And I know they were glad he did that year. They had some quarterback issues that year, and Jay Sean took over. But, all right, guys, the elephant in the room when it comes to Satellite this offseason is the coaching changes. You go from Kimmy to Coach Robbie, and then now Coach Brian Helton. I love Coach Helton. I thought Coach Robbie Robinson was a great coach. Of course, everybody knows the love I have for Ted Kimmy. But that aside, my thoughts and concerns as all of this was happening didn't lie with them. It lied with you guys, the student athletes, because you are always the ones that are most affected. So what I'm going to ask you is, as a team, how did you deal with that? And, boy, I'll tell you, when the dice turned over, you guys turned up a really good and late in the ball game, too, to get a guy like a Brian Helton. But how did you as brothers cope with that?
I'm going to be honest. This is the closest group of seniors I've ever seen or been around. Like in high school, obviously it's my senior year now, and I'm experiencing that. And nothing, like we said before, nothing's changing, and we can't be happier to have Coach Helton on staff.
What was your if had you never met Coach Helton, what was your first impression of him? Because the first time, I'll tell you what mine was. The first time I met him, I was like, this guy is football through and through.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I've never seen a man with guns like that. So, what was your first impression of Coach Helton?
I think a very straightforward guy.
Yeah.
Right to the point, and he's not going to put up with nothing. No crap. Got to stay clean, stay smart. And my first time I met him was the day he got hired. I had texted our AD, Coach Gotti, and said, "Can we get over there and meet him?" And we got about 10 seniors, Miles included.
I saw the picture.
Yeah, met him right away.
I thought that was you guys. I thought that was phenomenal that you guys did that, and leadership on your parts to get over there and want to meet the new head coach. That's the definition of being a leader without saying I'm a leader. We want to come over and meet the head coach. I again impressed with what you guys do during the off season. I want you to talk about that a little bit because unlike my generation, you guys seem to enjoy running in 125-degree weather.
Can't agree with that one. Can't agree with that one.
Yeah, it might look like that.
Talk about what it is you guys do to condition yourselves to be the student athletes you are in the fall during the off season, and you both can talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's brutal. I mean, we're linemen are up at 8 o'clock. They're lifting while we're still sleeping. So they got to get right. And Helen calls us the pretties. Because we always got to look good. And we wake up at 9. We show up. We get our quick hour lift, and right after that, it's like, oh man, we're screwed now.
Right. You got to do all the running now, right?
So we go down and I think our first day we didn't expect it was 18 60-yard shuttles and it was Mark.
Look at him. He's like, no.
Mark and I were dying. We did like 4. We were like, no way, we have 14 more.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the best part about Coach Helton, he does all that with us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
He does all of it with us, and it
it's
motivates
crazy,
you because it's not like a coach is just sitting there blowing the whistle. Like you keep running, like he knows what we're going through.
And you better beat him.
Oh yeah, every time. Every time.
You better beat him. I said when Coach Helton was hired that I really felt like there wasn't, and I told him this during the coaches show. I have the utmost respect for all of the coaches in the area. Love them all. But you probably have the one coach that has played on both sides of the ball, coached on both sides of the ball, and done it well. So you got a guy that knows a lot about this game as your head coach this year. All right, guys, this program has really – I can remember one of the first years I was covering high school sports in this county, and you guys got – beaten pretty handedly by Cocoa Beach in the surfboard game. Yeah. And I can just remember seeing all of the student athletes on the field walking off with their heads down. And I thought, and as I looked around the community, the booster club, I thought, what's wrong here? The support and the backing is here for this football team. What is the issue here? Why can't this program win? Talk about the community, the booster club, and the support that you guys get, because a lot of people talk about the Rockledge and the Cocos and the Vieiras of the world when it comes to support in the booster club, but you guys do pretty well too. Yeah. Talk about that.
We got endless support from the whole community. Just countless dollars just coming in, getting us new pads, new helmets. You always see we got new jerseys.
I love it. Yeah.
And just for them to be able to provide for that, we do the flag thing, but at the end of the day, they're the ones who kind of fund the program and get us what we need, keep us safe.
It's amazing on Friday nights at Satellite. It is one of the places you go, Satellite, Merritt Island, where you get that true Friday Night Lights feeling. Absolutely. You truly do. Mm-hmm. And I live in the Satellite school district, the school zone. And I keep my flag up by my mailbox all year long. So I don't ever pick it up. I don't know who had my neighborhood, but I'll tell you what, I'm always grateful to get it. We are here with the H&H Connection. We are here with Mark Hinkell and Miles Henkel from the Satellite Scorpions. I'll screw it up 15 times, but just know it's Hinkell and Henkel, all right, sitting here with us tonight. Guys, expectations based on the spring game, based on what I know you guys can do, are high for this football team this year. I want to talk about that. How do you handle and shoulder expectations?
I think we're going to be just fine. I think we're expecting nothing less than a successful year, and with Coach Helton behind us and the whole staff, the whole community, I think we can put on a show, and I think we're ready for that.
While 4S, 4 Suburban District 11, is the most even in terms of Heritage, Vieira, Harmony, and Melbourne. Your district is the toughest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no doubt about that. To me, that district that I just mentioned equates to like the AFC North. In other words, they'll beat each other up. Mm-hmm. But you guys probably have, you're looking at a defending state champ. You're looking at Rockledge, who wants, they want revenge this year. You guys, in what you did last year, O'Galley's looking to bounce back this year. Are you guys fans of the Metro and Suburb? Do you like this? It didn't really change much for you.
I mean, it's different. I mean, I would like to play, the top teams, in Orlando and Jacksonville, Miami. Those teams are, their teams are good and they deserve to be in that division. But at the end of the day, it's like go out and do your thing. Beat the teams they're supposed to play. I mean, Rockledge, we're coming for them. Meridano, we want to beat them. And
the Banana River rivalry.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we just
you guys had them scoreless last year at the half. I mean, that was a scoreless football game at the half last year. You got a tough schedule. What do you think of the Metro Suburb?
I think, like I said before, I think the Brevard County recruiting area, I think it's wide. I think there's so much talent, so much speed, so much size everywhere here, and I think it's so slept on, so underappreciated. I think this year, with us playing, they want to call it the weaker suburban teams. I think there's going to be a lot more Brevard teams up there and a lot more Brevard players up there.
Yeah,
I think it's exciting.
Come in here thinking that this is a weak county. Seriously, you'll get punched right in the mouth by a lot of teams. Absolutely. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Ask Bishop Moore, right? You guys know about that, right?
Oh, yeah.
They came all the way over last year and thought, well, you know what? We made the playoffs. We're not having a great year. Yeah, they got bounced right back to Orlando last year by these guys sitting here. I'm excited for the upcoming season, but I want to get to know a little bit about you guys first. Tell me, Miles and Mark, about what do you guys do to relax? I know you guys are friends. I know you guys hang out. But do you play other sports? What do you do for fun?
Yeah, Mark and I, we've been hanging out all day today, and
what have you done all day today? Let's go through your day. What have you done?
What did I do?
We went and got some salty bagel.
Okay.
Got some lunch.
All right.
And he called me. I was still in bed. It was like 11 in the morning.
That's what you do at your age, right?
I was up and grinding.
Yeah. He was like, let's go get some food, and did that, and then went back to his house and spray painted the helmet.
Right. Did the helmet.
Went back to my house and swam in the pool, and now we're
nice.
Here,
All right. Okay. All right.
Got to keep it relaxing. We got this week off.
I know. Starting Monday, there will be no more relaxing. Do you guys play any other sports?
I do not. I did play basketball and ran track. I'll do both of those this year, though.
Oh, will you?
Yeah.
Doug Butler will be happy to hear that. And how about for you?
I ran track and I played hockey last year, but that was my last
that's
year.
what I wanted to get to. That's what you're a hockey player, and talk to me about it. You're a Floridian, right?
No, I'm actually originally from Central Illinois.
All right, so that's where the hockey comes from.
So it's a big hockey town. I mean, everyone played, and when I moved here, I was like, oh man, this is.
When did you move here?
Summer before my 8th grade year.
Okay, so you, when they saw you jump on the ice, they were like, "This kid's not from around here."
Yeah, they're good. It was still competition, but it was nothing like the Chicago kids that I would play with.
No, I know.
In Illinois, and it was fun. I played for the Brevard Rockets this year.
Right.
Not too well. We went like 1-8. But
it's all right, man. It's all right.
Yeah, it was tough competition, but it was fun.
But I played hockey for a long time myself. It is, and they'll tell you, anybody that knows me will tell you, it's always been my favorite sport. I always loved playing it. I wasn't very good at it. And once I became an adult, I had a specific job, and it wasn't goal scoring, and it wasn't a goalie. You can figure the rest out. But I just absolutely love the sport, and I've actually broadcast some hockey games here. I love it. Glad to find me another hockey. Are you a Blackhawks fan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course you are. I'm a Capitals fan. I'm black. So that's what you guys do for fun to relax. All right, let's talk about the upcoming season. I'm gonna let you handle the offense, and I'm gonna have you talk about the defense.
Right.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Tell me about your offense this year.
I think it can be exciting. A lot of explosive playmakers, including Miles on the ball.
Absolutely.
Parker, Dawson, number 11, Cooper Jenkins.
Parker Dawson's underrated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He is.
He got a lot of talent. And then Tristan White coming from O'Galley as well.
Okay.
Long receiver. I think we got a lot of talent. You know, Corbin Conley anchoring the offensive line.
I was going to say you got one of those offensive lines that's big and returning.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, I'm feeling confident about it. They keep putting in work.
For those that don't know you or haven't seen you play, how would you describe your game?
Compare myself to a player?
Player or however you want to do it.
All my friends call me Vanilla Vic.
Vanilla Vic.
Vanilla Vic. I'm telling you.
VV.
It's
Vanilla
funny.
Vic.
I got that name when I went to O'Galley, and it just stuck.
Vanilla Vic. That's great. And I can see it because, and you're seeing highlights come up on the screen. And, of course, we did a spring game, so you're seeing the spring game highlights as well. Vanilla Vic. And you guys come up with them, man. That has got to be one of the best nicknames I think I have ever heard. Vanilla Vic.
I love it.
I would never, ever be accused of being a Vanilla Vic. That's for sure. All right, take me on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, it's going to be scary, with Coach Helen coming. We're running the 3-3 stack this year.
That's a good thing. You got to have speed to run that defense.
So, up front we got Ty Montanez and Kron Mighty. They're
Another Montanez.
Yep.
Okay.
And he's just going to destroy the O-line, when he goes up there. And our linebackers, we got Ben Morrow and Gabe White will probably play a little bit of outside linebacker.
They were
Nick
two of your
Ramsey.
three leading tacklers last year,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as juniors, right? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then we got some young DBs. We got Jalen. He just came from O'Galley. We got our returning seniors, Bubby Vion, Jonathan Vion, and Vinny Nazario. So, they're going to make plays like they've been doing, and it's just going to be scary. I'm not excited to run against it and scrimmage against practice because I know when we played Merritt Island, it was not fun.
No.
They were getting through our O-line. I mean, I left that game all bruised up. I mean, it was fun.
Right.
So I'm excited to see how we.
You're ready to go. Well, the schedule has also been popping up on the screen. Let's take a look at it. Let's go down it. You guys will start the kickoff. That's a great test right out of the gate. Palm Bay. Palm Bay, I think, has the potential to be what you guys were 2 years ago. 3 years ago, the up and coming program. Look, I mean, this is not an easy schedule, and especially to start the season. It's Palm Bay in the Kickoff Classic. That'll leave some bruises. Heritage, Vieira, Melbourne, O'Galley. That's a tough start to your season.
Yep.
Wow. Then it's Astronaut, Bayside, Seabreeze. You got to travel to Rockledge. There's Bayside on here twice, but I know that's a mistake. Then the Banana River Rivalry on October the 28th. Yeah. That's at Merritt Island this year. And then you close up with Space Coast at home. So, really, you will know your identity by September 16th.
Oh, yeah.
You will know what needs to be fixed, where you are, and what. Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Tell me about what it means to have been a part of this program. And again, I know you're just coming in, but you're a senior this year, and you take yourself back 4 years, and you look. You guys are part of the class that was a big reason Satellite has taken this. Tell me about the pride you feel in that, and you're going to be in that this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, just being behind, seniors. My freshman year was, Spencer Husenveld, and then, my sophomore year was Gunnar Greenwald, Danny Colby, and then it was Bobby Clark and Garrett Tantius, Logan Ivy, in that next year. So, I was always looking up to, the big dogs, who are always doing the right thing on the field.
What you learn from those guys?
Just, how to play the game, how to be, fearless. We had Bobby, he was just out there just hurting kids every day, and you can even ask Mark,
He is, I used to like to watch him play basketball for the brief minutes he got because I knew when Vady was coming in, he was going to be some fun on the court. Yeah. I think the other thing that doesn't get talked about, and again, the schools that the traditional powers, so to speak, and Satellite's been around forever, but when you look at your basketball program last year, right? The way this football program has done, your volleyball program, Coach Gowdy and that baseball program this year. Slow start, but you know what? They made some noise at the end of the season. Soccer is always there. People don't think of Satellite as that school that's capable of winning the All Sports Trophy, but you are, right?
Yeah,
Talk about that.
I think Satellite as a whole has so much to prove because of how much, how down it used to be.
Right.
And I hope people are starting to see the uprising of it now because
they have to be.
We're making noise in every sport, and kids are getting better every day at it. So,
tell me about academics, because BSN talks that the student comes before the athlete, so it's student athletes first. Talk to me about your academics. Tell me how GPAs are. Take me through all that.
Yeah, no, I mean our football program last year, I think we were a 3.1 and higher.
Wow.
Throughout the the whole program, and I mean that just impresses coaches. When you have a 4.0, I know I think 10 plus guys had a 4.0 or higher. And it just shows a lot about our academics. Half our team is AP classes or honors, or they're doing dual enrollment over at Eastern.
Right.
So it just shows what we're about in the classroom.
And that's a lot of student athletes. Mm-hmm. You guys have the largest numbers from JV to varsity that I counted in the program for the spring, or in the county for the spring. So academics, and I know Coach Helton's going to preach them.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
no doubt. I'm sure he already has.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about that. We're here with the H and H connection, no doubt about it. Henkel and Hinkell, Miles and Mark are here, and so obviously you guys want to play football in college, right?
Absolutely.
That's the goal. Have you heard from anybody yet? How's that going?
I got I have 3 Division II offers now.
Okay.
But I'm really I'm so thankful for them, and I'm gonna keep working.
Keep working, right?
But I think my ceiling is very high, and with this year, I think I have a lot to prove. I think I can have a very big year, and I think that goes for a lot of Satellite players. I think those will start coming.
Yeah, I agree. I think they will, and I think the transfer portal has made a lot of college coaches lazy, and I think that once the season starts, the offers tend to increase. So, how about you? Where you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one from Train International. And,
okay.
That's all I have, but I'm just going to continue to do my job. My dad always says keep chopping wood. So I'm going to go do that, do my thing, and just hope for the best, trust the process. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, once you're done playing college football, and let's say you get into college and you don't get drafted into the NFL. Where do you see yourselves, and what would you like to do? And it's okay if you don't know. Do you have any idea what you'd like to do for a living one day?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to go ahead and study exercise science and kinesiology.
Kinesiology, okay.
It's going to just benefit me in the future, and I'm already having a lot of knowledge with training and all that with football, what they've taught me.
You going to keep playing hockey? Pick up hockey?
No? Oh yeah, when I'm a grown adult, I'll be in the adult league.
There you go.
Playing.
Adult leagues are fun.
Yeah.
You can,
yeah, I snuck into a couple before.
You can pick up 5 minutes in the adult league, if you know what I mean. How about you? What would you like to do?
Pharmaceutical rep.
They make big bank.
My aunt does it.
I can see you hustling out there to making money. I can see that now.
Gotta have it.
I can definitely see that. Guys, let's talk about your teammates a little bit more. As your teammates are watching this, who's the guy on the team that thinks he's the ladies' man? Who's that guy?
Bobby Vian. That's who it is.
All right. Here's the thing. There's always one guy on the team, and it's usually the smallest guy that will eat anything. Like you drop your Big Mac on the floor at McDonald's at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, and this dude's going to pick it up and he's going to eat it. Yeah. Who is that guy?
It's Karan Mighty. I mean, he's our we're like, hey, you got to eat this, man. You got to get big.
Big Q.
We're always joking around with him.
Who's the guy? Who's the dad on the team? In other words, coach is talking, and maybe there's a couple guys in the background, and guy will turn around and go, "Shh, coach is talking." Who's that guy?
Probably either Miles.
It's probably
is it you
or Corbin Conley?
Okay, I can see Corbin, yeah, and I can see you too, Bob.
Speaking of the dad thing, we went camping like last week.
Tell me about that.
We went camping on Samson Island, and Miles, we're all just standing there. We just got off the tubes, kayaks. We're just standing there. Miles has 3 backpacks. Yeah. He's walking like, and he's like, this isn't a good spot. We're gonna keep going, just like a dad. And we were just like, oh my god.
I'm setting up the tent, I'm carrying everything. I'm making sure,
Again, that's saying you're a leader that's being a leader without saying you're a leader. I love it. That's great stuff. Yeah, I always, it's funny because there's always that guy on the team. Growing up, man, it was the guy that always thought he was the ladies' man, and that's the guy that, that shocks you. He's a ladies' man. Who's that?
It's still Bubby. Since like sophomore, he's been rocking the mullet. It's long. He cuts it up. He shows up to school with like the rolly shoes, some jean shorts, and like a cutoff. And he rocks it well. He's the only kid.
Yeah.
He's just one of those kids that can pull it off.
No, I hear you.
But Alan,
man.
I will throw my name into that ladies' man conversation. I'm just gonna put that out.
I can see that.
I will. I'll bet on myself.
What? And the other thing I like about you guys is you guys have one of the coolest. Caleb and I at the volleyball matches, especially, we laugh, and the basketball. Some of the stuff you all come up with to tell you, Vieira, and Merritt Island, those 3 in the student sections inside those gyms. I can promise you, every broadcast, I literally have to take the headset off and laugh and just say out loud what you guys are saying. Those student sections are fun, man.
Oh, yeah,
you guys looking forward to the volleyball season coming up?
Yep, especially with basketball. And then, we're such a small town. Everyone knows each other. So on Snapchat or Instagram, it's like
always trash.
We're always posting like, hey, this is the theme. These are the chants.
I like it.
In basketball, it's the you can't do that chant.
You can't. Yeah, that's one of our favorites. I won't say which school one time. Oh, yeah, it was Merritt Island going up against one of the Catholic schools they were playing. They were saying something about rich kids. Oh, it was hysterical.
Oh, yeah, it's bad, yeah.
Oh, man, I was like, it's great stuff, though. It's great banter back and forth. Here with Miles and Mark, Henkel, and Hinkell here. The H&H connection. Vanilla Vic as well, which I can't get that out of my head. And that's great. Guys, as we wind this down, camp is coming up on Monday. What will you do over the weekend to just kind of get in that? I know you've been working out all summer, but the day or two before camp, there's always a butterfly that flies around. There's that nerve, that anxiousness. What will you do this weekend to prepare for Monday morning?
I think just rest and relax your body.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the the partying or the hanging out got to come to a close because now it's time to lock in, and now it's time to really focus and take it 100% serious because it's here and it came a lot quicker than people thought.
How about you?
I'm in New York, so I don't have time to rest.
What are you going up to New York for? What's up in New York?
Camp at West Point.
Okay, all right. Well, good luck, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Good luck, West Point. Yeah, say hello to Brandon Mays. For me. Brandon up at West Point, and, of course, the Vieira graduate. That's exciting stuff. That really is. Guys, I tell you, I think your season, I think you guys are going to be right there like you were last year, fighting with everybody. I think you're another playoff team again this year. I'm really looking forward to watching you play quarterback, and I'm looking forward to you getting out there, playing both sides of the football, doing damage, and really having a great season. Final thoughts here. If I said to you, you can only tell me one thing about this football team, what would that one thing be?
We're going to be better than we were last year. People are always
give me an adjective
to
describe. Yeah, an adjective. What if I said you could pick one or two adjectives to describe the 2022 Satellite Scorpions going into camp? What adjective would you pick?
Focused and determined.
I like it.
That's it.
Focused and determined. And I think it's a very good thing that a football team that won the most games in its program history comes into fall camp focused and determined, because generally student athletes, sometimes that can slip the other way. Guys, you got anybody you want to give a shout out to? Feel free. Now's the time.
My mama, I love you. Got to put it out there.
My little brother, Liam.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a lot of fun. These guys are great. I knew this would be a fun interview, and you're probably seeing this as camp has started early in the week. And we are looking forward once again to covering satellite football. And I'm really anxious to watch you go out and do your thing this year, because as an old quarterback,
Yes, sir.
I know what that can be to have that. You know what? Just let me get out there and play.
Yeah.
Let's just go. Right? Let me just get out there, sling it, run it. He can do it, but he can do both of them.
Got a lot saving up. I'm ready to let it go.
Vanilla Vic, my man.
Vanilla
I hear
Vic,
you.
my man.
H and H right here. Miles Hinkell, Mark Hinkell. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Caleb. For Miles and Mark, I'm Alan. This has been the Brevard Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody. And you know the drill. Make it a sports night.